It feels good to be back.
Does it? Does it really?
Oh, are you kidding me? We've got so much to talk about with all the recent updates. I'm totally looking forward to this.
You are. I mean, what is it? 6 or 8 new Pokemon since we last talked about that. I think I remember. I may be less. It's been a minute. We've been
Right?
busy remodeling the Poke Cave hideout.
Oh, man.
Fun times.
What has it been? A couple months hiatus now?
Let's see. I will zoom into the backlog here and see how well Zombies, outside of him possessing him, being a Mew, does he organize his video playlist?
Probably not that
See,
well.
yeah, about literally 2 months, or let's see here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rat casts in between. And for that don't know, that is retroactive trio.
uh,
And no, we don't try to have that kind of lovable. What is it? Amount of time between. It's just kind of how everyone's life fell into.
I know. I can't believe that. Your wonderful hosts both got COVID at separate times.
Oh yeah, and we've got J Chip Show with the YouTube Mafia hashtag there.
That's right. Welcome, J Chip. And for those of you who don't know who we are, I am one of the co hosts of the Pokemon Artcast, also known as Zamu.
And I am Josh Shadow, the other half of that lovable dynamic.
That's right. And we are here with another episode. We've got lots of updates concerning Scarlet and Violet. We've also got another new mini review, courtesy of Amazon. And we've also got our round of Who's That YouTuber coming up soon. Would Chansey cure COVID?
No, unfortunately, all we had were dinos. We weren't that fortunate. We got the dino.
Although it is kind of curious to see what kind of ailments soft boiled would cure, what it would fix.
This coming from the Mew who literally, when we were doing our Pokemon Arceus, Legend of Arceus, God, I got myself tongue tied there for a minute, made it a point of announcing the absolute disdain for Chansey. I honestly feel you're that Mew that'd be like, I'd rather die than let a filthy Chansey heal me.
I don't know. I would welcome the idea, but also you don't know exactly what they can cure. You might even get something as a result of them helping you.
What, you didn't want the Poke Rest?
No.
You don't want that slight boost to your EV, IV stat generation?
I'd also would want to experience what it's like to be hypnotized by Hypno. Not gonna lie. Or drowsy would be cool too.
But no, heaven forbid it's like a Haunter or a Gengar, a Ghastly, or a Ghost type Pokemon that has Dream Eater.
Ooh, that's true. I mean, I would welcome hypnosis too. That would be fun. Just don't use Dream Eater and don't take away my good dreams.
I don't think they really get a choice in the matter.
Yeah, that's
I
probably
think it's
true. Cause in that episode where they go to the Lavender Tower, didn't Ash? Yeah, Ash got pulled out of his body by a
yeah,
Haunter.
yeah. I think that was more of a ghost as being a dick than it was a specific attack they used.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's. Do we want to? So where do we want to hit this? Folks, or do we want to BS a little bit and see if more people come in? That
Eh,
is the great question.
I'm always up for, whatever. We've got, like I said, we've got some things lined up, so we can just jump right into it, or we can wait a bit. I know we do get
Or
carried away with the Fakemon discussions. Like, oh man, the last time we did that segment,
well, there were some good ones.
yeah, there were, and I'm eager to see what these new ones for dragon and fighting types are gonna look like.
We
Um,
have to hit with some ones that look really cool, and then some that are kind of like, well, maybe somebody out there loves them.
well, I noticed that too with the what was it, the insect ones that we really weren't enjoying much last time.
Well, that's because it is surprisingly hard to find a theme variety on the insect idea. Like, everyone wanted to do butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, okay, okay. I don't think this is really going to make a great review discussion if every bug type one is a butterfly motif and they all have similar coloring.
Or like Beedrill was another theme that we were seeing.
Oh, yeah.
That was another
And
one.
we got CJ Retro Modern in our Pokebox. And no, I have no idea where our guests are now in our Pokebox came from. That just happened one day. That literally was never planned. We did not sit there and go, "That's our welcome." That is completely organic.
Yep. All right. Well, we can jump right into our first segment, which is the Who's That YouTuber? And we can kick off the rest of the show with our product reviews and some announcements. So, why don't we go ahead and jump into that?
Alrighty.
But first, YouTuber!
And I gotta wait like everybody else. Somebody's not screen sharing with me. No.
All right, Josh, why don't you tell us who our content creator is for tonight's episode?
This is a comic historian. He, let's see, how do I put this? Him and his group have been like going at it for a long time. If you don't know, he'll like read a bunch of issues or follow like a story, give you a rough cut idea of like a story, like the story run. Because of him, I've come across some really good books. They like edit the pages. They very much try to get permission and stuff. Like when he first started, he reached out to companies and was like, "Can I do this without worrying about you striking me down? All this, what are the things that will trigger you guys?" And like he's one of the ones where I found out about the good story run of the Boom comic Power Rangers. It's like he'll do a whole run and it's like pretty much like a synopsis. It's not really the whole thing. Gives you a rough idea of like the core elements, and it's worthwhile. It's mostly Western comics, so you won't really see manga or manga or any of that. You won't really see Eastern or anywhere else's theme. It's mostly like DC, Image, Marvel, and then indie labels in North America.
Oh, look at that. House of M. Oh, love that story arc.
And it's not just like those recent stuff. Sometimes the older stuff, like pretty much how I got an idea of like after the Absolute Carnage event in Spider-Man for Marvel, they had a little weird offshot thing going of, oh look, here's this other thing with Carnage, and I kind of watched his and I was like, I'm not gonna try to invest in getting that to read because it just didn't seem like it was worth my time.
Right.
It's like it's too soon to see what exactly he was doing with it, as opposed to, do I want to run to a comic shop because the closest one to me is like 2 towns over just to get this and find out they don't, or do I want to not? And this was for that it was kind of like, it's a not, I can wait until like there's a trade or something I can order offline.
Right.
But it helps. Like sometimes it's fun because he'll like try to do different little voices for each character when he in the page that he's showing on screen. So it's entertaining. I've used it as a thing of just listening while I was working on something.
Very cool.
And we've got Outlaw Bits Gaming in the Pokebox. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, they're 2.8 plus million subscribers. They don't really need help promoting from us, but I felt it's a great resource for people that are like looking for something to entertain them while they're working or they're working out or they just have some time to kill.
Right.
But
Not a
like
bad
I've
recommendation.
sat I've sat in the car on a trip to go help my grandmother across town and listened to like a few stories, and I was like, "Yay!" I wasn't lost in my head going, "God, this sucks." Dun, dun, dun. Or the kids. We got PS5 controllers. Nice. I don't even have a goddamn PS5.
Yeah, I haven't either yet.
But
So I
then again,
feel
to
that.
be fair, at this point, it would just be update. That's a nice thing to have update for us. But it's not like a huge absolutely have to have. That library is suffering.
Right.
As opposed to a Switch, man. No, I needed me a Switch.
Oop, let me go ahead and get that off of there for a sec.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. So, of course, we've got the big announcement 39 days to go till Scarlet and Violet drop.
Yep.
And as
And in
always, I'm late to the party with my reservation.
we literally spend like an hour one time we were socializing and we went through and like found out who was still taking reservations and had what you were interested in if you reserved with them.
Exactly. And as a result of recent purchases, by the way, which I'm sure some of you share some bad experiences with GameStop, I am no longer reserving my copy through them. Pulled it.
Fair enough.
Um, long story short,
That go ahead and finish.
I had a purchase that I was told didn't go through, so then I had to purchase it
You told me
again.
about this.
And then I found out that not only did the previous order go through, it was sent to an old address. Whereas when I completed my order again after doing it the first time, it had my accurate information. So I don't know what happened there, and their app lied to me. So now I'm trying to get that shipment reversed because I never got the package, and FedEx was willing to help me with approval from GameStop. But GameStop never sent the request in even after I called them and waited 2 hours on the phone while at work.
So you're having to contest charges. Nice.
Yeah, so I had to call my bank and say, look, I worked with, or I tried working with GameStop. Their customer service sucks. I want this particular charge reversed, and I want the rest of my PayPal payments canceled because of the fact I cannot get them to work with me.
Yeah, they're notoriously bad these days.
They are seriously motivating me not to do online orders with them ever again. So I have canceled my reservation. And for those of you who are still looking for a last minute reservation, highly recommend, at least at this point, um, we go with either Best Buy, provided that you don't have bad experiences with them, because they actually give you extra items.
Best Buy, I do not recommend in store with them, but online I've never had a problem.
And the same goes for Target. They are still
They're still letting
providing.
you pre-order.
Yep. And
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I don't think, did we even? I think we tried to check Walmart and they were like didn't even list it.
yeah, they didn't. And in fact, when I clicked the link, it kept bringing me back to Target for some reason. So I'm like, I'll take uh I'll
That's not a
take that.
disgruntled employee or anything, right?
Right?
Totally
But
not a disgruntled employee.
um yeah, Best Buy does offer you, in addition to the in-game bonus loot that they're providing, they're also going to provide you with a free berry kit. Don't know exactly how these are going to play a role in the game, but can't go wrong with extra items. So I'm definitely going to put my
Like
reservation
how
in.
that works. Tell you how that works. They'll give you like a little. They'll mail you like a code if they don't like send it on a piece of paper. that you go into your mystery gift system and like punch that little code, and it'll get mystery gift you those.
Mm-hmm. So, yep.
But
Those would be my recommendations
let's
for a pre-order.
we have Haran PC in the Pokebox.
All right.
Those are the only two I think we could find that were still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Did we ever see if Kmart even had a website anymore?
I don't think they do. I think they are completely gone.
Oh,
But
but
if
yes, as
somebody
of
knows
right
the
now,
truth on that.
yeah, there's 39 days left, folks, before the game drops.
And we've had so many new updates with Nintendo Directs. Of course, we can't show you all
Oh
these
yeah.
cool things because then we get plugged or unplugged.
Well, yeah, we can't show any video.
Right. But we can snag some images. So let me go ahead and.
Like, what was it? The two NT Warrior like looking knights that are exclusives
Yes.
they revealed. For Scarlet, it was Armor Rogue, which is, for whatever reason, let's see, a fire psychic type. No unique ability, he just has flash fire. But he
Right.
has a signature. It has a signature move called Armor Cannon. Ugh. Which apparently is fire type special move based, according to his data on the Pokemon.com site.
There we go.
I'm not gonna whole out read all that. Sorry, folks. I'm not that kind of dude.
Yeah, he definitely has a Mega Man NT Warrior vibe to him. Um,
Yep, he's the exclusive to Scarlet.
I would say, I mean, right off the bat, Proto Man, but I'd also look at Heat Man maybe or Fireman.
Yeah, he's definitely got that fire, the traditional fire, robot master scheme, color scheme going on they had for a while, where it was like definitely gonna have some yellow on him somewhere.
Right.
I'm gonna say early because towards I want to say like 5, 6, that wasn't really going that way. We've got Wolfpack in the Pokebox with a never played a Pokemon game.
That is an awesome quote there or question. There we go. Why does he have buttered popcorn for shoulder play?
It's I forget what style armor shoulder armor is supposed to be modeled after. But the main idea is it's supposed to be a cannon cut down the middle.
Not gonna
But
lie,
yeah.
that's totally what I see now. I'm never gonna escape it. I think I'm gonna name
Well,
mine Orville.
it's angle. It's all about that angle too, because like I've seen some drawings where it doesn't look as popcorny, but hey,
Popcorny.
he's corny night now.
Of course, we have the new starters there. I'm still sold on Ducklet. Um,
He Quaxley.
or Quaxley, yeah, sorry. I said Ducklet.
Well, he does. He just looks like a duckly with a freaking pompadour.
I might go with uh Green Kitty for my secondary on the other game, but definitely Quaxley is gonna be my choice for Violet.
The only person I know for sure that's like going to be the fire starter is Monkey.
He's going that route, huh?
Yep, he likes that Derpasaur.
That Derpasaur.
That's what he is. Tell me that doesn't look derpy.
The
He looks hella
Derpasaur.
derpy. We have Bozo Calvin Jr. and Vash Starwin in the Pokebox.
Of course, we have the new legendaries, which I think if I go with Koraidon, I'm gonna name it Kaneda because it obviously looks like his bike.
Sent you some fan art pieces. Like every time I saw somebody doing that shit, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Those were hilarious.
It really was.
All right, here's our Mega Man NT Warrior guy.
Cyril Edge.
Yeah,
I like him. I was
he
like stoked that that I got him. I was like, yeah.
and he fits the requirement of Fire Ghost,
Oh
which is
yeah.
so cool. We finally have a hybrid. like that. I mean, I guess you could count Chandelure. Isn't Chandelure or
Yeah, I forget. I think it's the other way around though. Which one is like its primary?
yeah.
And then he has the special move Bitter Blade. That's also fire type, but instead it's a physical move rather than a special move.
Mhm.
Both the knights have their aggressive moves, but it's just one's a special. Basically, one's range, one's close. That's really what physical and special is.
Oh, I mean, he's rocking the two arm blades, the two
Oh
katars.
yeah.
I have no problem with that being a melee typer. I mean, look at him.
Oh, most definitely.
he just reeks of badassery.
What just kills me though is they gave both of them a generic ass though. They gave them flash fire. It's like really, how useful is that? Honestly.
Mhm. Yeah, he's definitely gonna win my vote for the coolest newest edition.
Yep.
All right, so let me just get more back on here.
Exactly. He totally could be freaking a stand from JoJo.
Now this was the most recent edition.
Are we whole new, or are you talking about evolution?
Evolution.
Oh, so you're talking about Farafrig there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're not really sold on him, or her, or it. But I'm just gonna say I'm glad that finally something from the freaking games that has not had any kind of love in a long ass time got an evolution that's not a temporary like mega evolution.
Yeah. I'm
If
just
they had done that, I would have been so mad. I've been seeing red. I've been like, and I'm done.
yeah, it's just one of those things that I'm not really sold on. Like I'm not really that passionate about this one as we've got with the other editions.
Well, this one though, we get two brand new freaking abilities. We get Cudchew and Armor Tail. Cudchew lets, I guess, it is a berry eating ability. So if you equip it with a berry that like has a status or something, I guess you get to use it twice.
So
Then
we'll throw
there's the
some HP berry spamming in there.
well, it's one other time, like at the end of the next turn. Then there's the Armor Tail ability, which is actually kind of nice. It deals with that whole priority move BS, like from extreme speed, quick attack, where it's like, yeah, you just do a regular attack, buddy. I am still technically faster than you. It doesn't matter if you're using a move that says, "Oh, I go first"
It's also weird that
anymore.
his tail is now where his head is.
You're just not down with that whole buttless giraffe look.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not digging that.
If he does it make you think you could just put him in front of a door and he would be a doorstop now? It's one of those little door wedges.
Right. That's what he looks like
You're
now.
like you're like use butt wedge for Raffarig.
Chaldean Whooper was kind of a hot topic for a while.
He's
Um,
just what a poison type is what
yeah,
they changed him pure poison.
yeah, poison ground type. I mean, I like his design. His design is kind of cool, but it's also very like mediocre.
All they did was change the little fins that were coming off of Whooper, the little bone looking thing, crossbone looking things. Then they changed his color, and I think they just changed the marking on his belly. For Whooper, or not Whooper, for oh yeah, Whooper. Until we see what it looks like in its evolved form, if it even evolves,
Mhm. Yeah,
I'm just not sold on him that much.
I'm not either. If he does
He's
get a
probably
if he does get a Paldean Quagsire form that looks cooler, then I might be invested.
you're like Pallian Quagmire, go!
Exactly. Now let's get to the most popular as of late. I'm sure you all seen memes and all kinds of fan art.
Are we talking about Wiglet?
Yes, we are.
Quaff, now, he's a new crustacean Pokemon. I mean, let's be honest. Oh no, what was fun is before they put him officially on the site, everyone was trying to figure out what he was supposed to be like related to, and I'm like, it's a Spanish sea eel,
Mhm.
and that's, I mean, if you look at it the way he is, and like you look up images of it, it looks dead on.
All right,
I
let's.
guarantee you, though, we're gonna see a lot of them named Spooge. I guarantee you.
All right, let's look one up real quick. No, I spelled that wrong.
Wimp, wimp.
Wait, I had it right the first time? You kidding me?
That are auto corrected for you.
Yeah, and it's translating it.
Did you mean seal? No. You did not say. You said sea ill, not a seal. Wow. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, Cloth. We've talked about. He's an older re,
Okay,
recent one. Him and graffiti or whatever the hell that little weird graffiti artist lemur is
right.
called, which doesn't have anything unique on it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sold on the idea that they could be like some kind of distant cousin, but the
I
the
still,
fa-
I don't care enough about Diglett. There, I said it. I
yeah.
was like, when he got his Alolan variant, I was like, really? Of all the Pokemon we could decide to give a new form to or create, we chose the Diglett line. Now, I mean, you've seen some of those creepy figures people like sell 3D printing, or some people will just make and sell their knockoff, it not official licensed product. I mean, there's some creepy stuff that goes on there.
Yeah, and I'd hate to think this is like the Doug Trio form of it, where there's just three. So I'm hoping they do something
No,
creative with that.
no. What happens is with seals, they can multiple can come out of one hole, and they're like wrapped around each other like tentacles.
Right.
But then there's the Cyclizar, which is a freaking normal first, or no, dragon normal type. It's like, okay, don't know we really need to weaken it. The only thing it brings to the table is a brand new move.
We'll take a look at Cloth real fast.
Hello, Cloth, which apparently in the game there's what they call Titan Guardians or some bullshit, like for part of your questing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he does have one new ability that's revealed.
An angler shell.
Anger Shell.
Yeah, that does look kind of cool. That
I
does look.
mean, the terrestrializing, I like the thing, and I can see why we might be doing. We could actually, if we decide to. Well, let's be honest here. Part of our show will turn into us playing this game. I already know that's gonna happen. I've made peace with it.
Yeah, we'll have
That's
to
kind of
set.
going.
We'll have to set
Go
that up.
ahead.
I was just gonna say we'll have to set that up somehow so that we can have dual screens.
No, well. It's pretty much we're shared in one person's game. Really, is what it is. So it really isn't a need to share screens on that.
Right.
But the other bonus to that is anybody who is viewing our stuff wants to get on it. We can have up to I think 6 or 8 freaking people
Yeah.
at a time, and do the raids, which have special Pokemon, which is basically they might have a special terrestrializing form that's
Mm-hmm.
different than the normal, which could be fun because raid battles with AI users sucks.
Yeah, this is pretty cool looking too. Graphii, however you say it.
Graffiti or something like that.
Yeah, this one's cool too.
He looks cool. I just am not really into his name.
Sea Titan, yeah. I like the whole, narwhal kind of design, but if he's
He's a he's a giant three-horned whale with legs. Let's be honest.
if he's pure ice type though, he's gonna get racked. He's,
Well, that depends on what the standard what the average is on types.
mhm.
Because every game has like an overabundance of one type. It seems like I forget one. It was like fire types were freaking everywhere, and it was like, oh come on.
Here's Cyclizar.
Cyclizar.
See the
The dragon
pre-evolution.
normal. I is he a? I don't think he's a pre-evolution.
Mm.
I think he's literally just a random Pokemon that can also be used as a motorbike. I mean, if that's really what it is that evolves into our cover legendary, that's rather interesting.
It's a slee stack. Yeah, some of these are. I mean, you've got Fido, which is a clever pun name, but
Adorable. I'm sorry. I feel the need. I'm gonna probably get one of those and train it a bit because it's adorable, and it's a fairy type, so it's like it's gonna be able to wreck some stuff.
if I get a female one, I'm totally naming it Leia though.
So I'm just gonna name mine Donut and be done with it.
Donut.
Donut. Let's go, Donut. And we've got Brothers Forge Gaming dropping into the Pokebox.
Awesome. Appreciate y'all being here.
Like, share, subscribe, and I guess if I need to be that dude, feel free to look up our separate channels if you feel the need. It's all good times.
Yep, Josh's
Mind you,
channel can be found in the description.
sadly, Josh doesn't even on his own streams doesn't even plug that crap. Okay, I literally will hang out with everybody, be playing a game. I'm like doing one of the biggest taboo no-nos. You didn't tell people to like, subscribe, and share. I'm like, I just want to hang out and have a good time. If they like or share or subscribe, that's a nice perk, but I'm not gonna be like whoring myself out begging, like, please, please, Mr. or Mrs. or however you ID, please get me those that mythological super money attraction. That and I honestly do not play like the most common games I think everyone else does, which probably hurts me. Let's be honest there for a second. I'm not sitting there playing Castlevania 26 times. I put that out there and been like, yeah, it's a good game. But I have nothing I could add to that. What about you?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What about you? Could you add anything new if to playing one of the Castlevania games that's been played like 26 times by everybody?
Yeah, I would say keep playing Castlevania 2 because it's highly underrated.
But that's what I'm saying is like, well, there's really nothing new to show that hasn't been shown or done other than my personal preference, which is against everybody's preference apparently. Wah. I
One of
tried playing. You saw me. I tried playing that Monster Party game, and I felt like I sucked at it. I'm like, zombie's gonna kick my ass.
no,
Oh,
but yes, that
up
game
until
definitely needs more love. So at some point, I'm gonna try to stream it again, and I really need to chat with our buddy Jim because we're supposed to co-host that stream where either one of us plays the American version and then plays the Famicom version for like a side-by-side comparison.
eh, I can safely say I streamed a little bit of the parody, quote unquote, parody world prototype
Yeah, that was
after I
cool.
beat the Halloween adventure of Kirby, which, by the way, highly recommend that ROM hack. That was actually really well done.
Yeah, it was. It's a shame we never got that as a real cart, but I will sign every petition. I will pay every Kickstarter that helps get that game made. And or A sequel remake.
Hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
I feel this like this compulsion now just to see if I was to go to eBay and type that in if somebody's already trying to sell fan cards of it.
Please tell me if they are. While he's doing that, let's go ahead and bring up today's product review. Now, normally we haven't really shouted out a particular Pokemon product in a while. I mean, we are pushing Scarlet and Violet, but we're all anticipating that for the most part. We're looking at a specific Pokemon product that both Josh and I have recently acquired. And some of you may have seen on my YouTube channel and my TikTok. I did a short unboxing of it, and that is this new edition Bulbasaur for Halloween, or
Bombassaur!
as Josh has nicknamed him, Zombasaur.
Damn straight.
it
Frankenstein doesn't sound good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought about it too. Like I thought that it looked like either Frankenstein's monster or a zombie.
Yep. I don't know if his mic cut out. I really, but yes, it is the livable plush Zombasaur. It is not an official product, unfortunately. This is a fan product. You do find it on eBay. It has a jack-o'-lantern on its back instead of the bulb. You can
Hmm.
find it for sure on Amazon.
Yep.
I mean, and it's not a small plush. That's the other thing. I was surprised.
Yeah, me too. Like it said it was like I think 9 inches or so in the description, and even still, it's pretty big. Let me
He is big guy.
let me go ahead and pull up my review of this or my unboxing for those who haven't seen it.
Yeah, I didn't do an unboxing. I sent a picture when I got it. I'm like, "Oh my god, you sent me this!" And he was like, "Yeah." He hooked me up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm an easy to please whore apparently.
Well, when it comes to Pokemon plushes, they either pass or fail. And you can easily tell which ones are going to fail just by looking at them.
Yeah, this picture close up of the box doesn't even do it justice because it's actually a decent sized box, and he takes up the inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
we've got real quick. We've got IVI Gaming in the Pokebox.
Yep, there he goes. A totally welcome addition to the plushie collection. If it had actually made noise, I would have been sold on this tenfold, but I just like the fact that it's a decent sized plushie. It's well stitched. Um,
Well, in the fabric's actually really like quality. It's not like that obvious they went with the cheapest material.
right. You know, when you buy plushies, you can definitely tell which ones are actually the quality and which ones are the good ones, even if they're bootlegs. I've seen some very impressive, like well put together bootlegs. But this one I believe is official. So you can definitely find this on Amazon. I don't know if they're only available during this season, so don't quote me on that, but last time I checked, they were
It's not
still
a
well in
seasonal.
stock. Oh, it's not.
It's not a seasonal item. It's an unofficial Pokemon product, so we're gonna put that disclaimer right out right now. This is for all intents and purposes, a product, not an official Nintendo Game Freak Pokemon Center licensed product.
Right.
It is available. Last I checked, I think they were selling for like 26 something plus
Hmm.
shipping because it's not I don't think it's featured Prime now, is it? But I think they right now there is a 5% coupon though that you can like clip on it, I think, or something like that. There's some sort of coupon. Let me see if I can get fortunate enough to look that up real quick and give a direct quote because I can do that kind of thing. Yeah, it's like 26.50 right now, and there's a 5% off coupon that applies at checkout. Unfortunately, it is not a Prime Now candidate, and they're saying that's a 9-inch plush. I don't know if that's a 9-inch plush. That's a pretty he's a pretty beefy boy. He's definitely bigger than your standard Pokédoll for sure. So where is yours residing, Zombie? Uh-oh. Well, we have Omega Ace Gaming in the Pokebox.
Sorry, I had a bit of an audio issue there. Mine is currently in the gaming room. Um, I'm actually having trouble figuring out where to place my plushies as a result because I'm actually starting to amass way too many. So I actually
Dude,
have.
get one of those solutions to this, because I've recently, when I was unpacking, found all these plushes people have gifted me and all that. And I bought one of those little, like, hangs from the ceiling corner. You put it in a corner hammock things. Whole bunch of them are chilling in that damn thing. But right now, mine is chilling in my living room as, like, the token freaking interior Halloween decoration. I told Zombie this when we were getting ready. It's on top of this really big oak entertainment center in our living room, and it's like damn near the ceiling on the shelf it's sitting on, and it's like sitting there propped up, looking like it's glaring at judgmentally at everybody because it's above the television. Let's see. And we've got Retro Ryan in the Pokebox. What's going on? He is 1/3 of the Retroactive Trio podcast. And I think Zombie may have some audio issues going on. I am not 100% on that. Don't quote me.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and get this taken off there. Ah, there we go. Awesome. Weird. I
I
don't
have
know.
no idea what that's about.
That's odd. So, huh. I'll have to look into that. It's probably the settings. I don't know. That's so
Well, Vince,
bizarre.
if you're still lurking about, we welcome you to the Pokebox.
I'll
That's
have
all I can
to.
say.
Yeah, I don't think he's silenced on the channel. He shouldn't be.
No. From what little bit I can look at, no, it doesn't show him, so I don't know. It's never even like done that usual thing. Like if you has a trigger to say this might be suspect, do you want to approve their statement? Coming up either on my end. So scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate the Zombasaur plush?
Hmm. That is a very good question. I would probably give it definitely an 8 out of 10 for sure. Um, I don't know if I could actually improve this. I mean, if it made noise, of course, but um, yeah, this is such a good plush, but I feel like for the price tag, it either could be a little bigger and or made noise, but definitely at least an 8 for sure. What about you, Josh?
I'm gonna give it an 8.5 because I get a lot of enjoyment out of it. But like if the pose was a little bit better, like maybe he was sitting down and the lantern, like the face of the lantern was angled a little bit closer towards like the top of his head as opposed to like almost staring straight up at the ceiling. And like if he did do a feature like maybe the said lantern like lit up or there's like a little pull string like he vibrates or something, that would some little extra feature would have definitely put him in that 10 category. But I'm gonna give it an 8.5 because it's surprisingly well made for not being an official product recognized by Nintendo, Game Freak, or the Pokemon Company. But for those that's too damn big, well, that kind of sucks. So I guess let's see what are they officially calling it if you want to search it. Wow. Okay. Well, I wanted to, but apparently the name is recognized, so apparently it can't get pulled. They're calling it the 9-inch stuffed animal plush Halloween toy pumpkin stuffed wizard toy Halloween ornament slash gifts for kids, babies, toddler. Sorry, that is a mouthful to say.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely have to look into that because that's so weird. I don't know why his comments are getting blocked. Huh. Let me see if I can look that up in the meantime.
But yeah, highly, I'd say for the 8 out of, so we've got an 8 to 8.5 average on this plush. So I definitely say if you like Halloween, you like the Bulbasaur starter, and this one appeals to you, it is worth the $20+ to get him. And also shop around. I mean, there might be, but Amazon's was definitely the quality one.
Mm-hmm. I have seen the one where it's like on the bulb, it's actually like a rose, like the Valentine's Day one.
Yeah,
But this
it's
is
pink.
yeah, but this is the first time I've ever seen the jack o' lantern one. So I was like, yeah, I definitely have to get that.
Uh,
It's
Before
perfect.
he got moved, he was chilling on my one of my game shelves. But now he's sitting on the entertainment center being a judgmental fuck to everybody in the living room. And yes, I broke the PG-13 block. Dun dun. I think it's funny though. It's like, yep, he's just sitting there judging everybody's TV choices or PS4 choices. So most likely he's judging Monkey when he's playing a Souls-like game. Okay, so do we want to segue to hitting them Fakemons?
Yep, totally.
It's that time again.
All
You do
right.
the hosting, I'll do the hard part. No, I'm sorry, I can't do it anymore. I
Yeah,
probably could, but I just don't want to sing that much.
fair enough. Uh, I'm trying to find out. My channel's just being weird, so I'm gonna have to really. Vince, I apologize, man. I'm gonna have to look for this after the show. I don't know why you're. Excuse me. I don't know why you're being blocked, but
A Yoshi style Charmander. I'm sure there's one out there. I just don't know if it's like as good quality as that Bulbasaur was.
all right. Let me go ahead and bring up the first one real fast. Okay.
Uh-oh. I hear the doggos losing their mind on something.
That's not it. This one? There we go. So we're going to be looking at dragon types first, and we've got the first one.
Uh there we go. Oh yep. This one is definitely cool. I like the whole gerrymander. God damn it. Okay. So we've got the white, was it light blue, red color scheme. Very spirited away, dragon looking evolution. Welcome, welcome to the fun zone. The fakey next here is going right along. It queued it up. I believe Zombie stepped away. So what do you guys think of this one? It's our first dragon type here. It's got that, to me, it has that very Spirited Away theme, inspiration for its design, very Eastern Dragon-esque with most of its look. On the wings, maybe not as much. That is a fair point, Wolfpack. That is a fair point. Like, if they took away the wings, it'd probably look really.
Yeah, I'm a little torn on this one because it looks like it looks like they've got something in the works, but it's just like,
It's like they felt the need to add something they didn't need to.
yeah, it almost looks insect-like. Not a bad start, but still, I'm not too like sold on that one just yet. Now this one, of course, with the evil looking design, totally wins me.
Totally wins you.
Although I do see a little bit of Dredagon in this, especially with the paint, the color.
Oh yeah, but that could be changed.
But for like overall simplicity and dragon looking, that one's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. See, it's like the other one's got that Eastern dragon theme to it, and feel the need to put wings on it, where the wings kind of bleed into the ears, as Wolfpack pointed out.
Yeah. This
Like,
one,
you could have just left that alone.
uh, mm, I don't know
This
about
is
this one.
like this one's like it needs a little more to it. Like they're
Yeah.
trying to go for that fuzzy dragon theme, but this is where like if you gave him maybe like some bat-looking wings toward in that little open swell between the neck fur, and his ass fur there on his back, it
Mhm.
might help him, or maybe gave him the illusion of claws.
Yeah. Yeah, I can kind of see the donkey looking similarity there.
I mean, definitely is not okay with the whole a donkey themed a good way to put it. I can see that Egyptian esque kind of appeal to the previous one before this one. Fun times there. I mean, I don't get me wrong. A black dragon is kind of one of my favorite colorings for a dragon. Excuse me,
Mhm.
but here it's like they need to maybe lighten the black a little bit because it almost looks to me like nothing but a black blob with a little bit of yellow.
Right. Okay. Bring up Shrekmon there.
So, come on. Oh
Shrekmon.
god.
Don't
And as
get.
always with the fake mon, we want to give credit to the artists that did these. We don't own them in any kind of capacity. That we are only sharing these for review purposes, fair use, blah blah blah, etc. etc. All credit to the original artists. You can Google Dragon Eeveelutions or any of the previous types that we've done, and they will definitely show up on Google.
Right. Uh, now this one, I feel is kind of
Oh,
like.
excuse me.
I feel like it's just not too far from Glaceon, just with a longer tail.
It's kind of like an ice dragon feel to it.
Yeah. Like
I mean,
it's subtle, but not really popping much.
not at all. I do like its coloring though. The coloring work there is definitely good choices.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get they want to give that illusion of that elongated body, so they chose to do it off of the tail rather than the body. But the little spike lightning esque mane down the middle of its head to its back, it's like a weak Jolteon, like somebody shaved Jolteon and like pulled its tail. I like the long whiskers on it though. So with this design, probably doesn't help. I can see your point there.
Wolfpack saying he could do without the whiskers.
Oh yeah, I saw the comment. I was responding to the comment.
Yeah, I think
I
with
mean, I
a
kind of like them, but maybe not so much with this one.
yeah, a little more finessing could definitely make this look more Chinese dragon-like, I think. Maybe if they added like
Oh yeah.
more scales to them or
I
something
mean,
similar.
make more like a spiky scale look on the back as opposed to this weird. It's just really shocked up fur with a
Yeah.
lot of hair gel.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's some good ideas that can work here, but they're overshadowed by the ones I don't like.
Oh yeah, it's no. So far, we haven't seen anyone being daring to kind of give him a more reptilian look.
Yeah.
We've seen more fluffy dragon.
Okay. So mink coat dragon there. Okay.
It's Minky and the dragon. It's Minky and the dragon. No.
Uh, sorry, I couldn't jump in there.
Then we got the like Beelzebub looking dragon, which
Yeah,
I actually kind of like this one. This
I
one
like this
definitely
one.
looks cool.
I think he's a little
This
cute
is
looking though with the paint choice.
I think they went for it. Honestly, I was like, it's like they said, you know what? I kind of like the way Leafeon looks. Let's tweak that a little bit.
Yeah.
Easily done. Like instead of a leaf, they gave him more reptilian tail. This is like how if I'm gonna have a fluffy dragon Pokemon, this is kind of how, and it's coming off of Eevee. This is kind of how I would picture it. And then you just give him like a really like angry, sour disposition or something. Completely would sell me.
Mhm.
How about you?
Yeah, I like this one the way that it is, but I feel like they could use darker colors to make it more sinister looking. I feel like if they redid the palette job and made her look like Maleficent's dragon form. Yeah, that's a very good comparison, J Chip. It does look like Rouge from Sonic. It looks a little too friendly, like it's almost like mischievous, but it's not evil. And I kind of would want it to cross that line and use have it look more evil to me.
So less whimsical Leafeon, more misunderstood Umbreon. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, cuz a lot of the times too is when I mean we've talked about this before with other designs is it's not like they're poorly executed, it's just that they're not really pushing the envelope, like they're just busy being safe.
Yep, this is one of those things we saw with what one of the previous typings we mentioned is some of them want to play too safe and some just half-ass it and give up.
Mhm.
It's like there's very few that find that right balance.
Right. But not a bad first start. I do like this one. I do like this one. I just think like if they made it darker purples and whatnot,
Oh yeah,
then it would
oh
totally
yeah.
sell.
A lot of these dragons do have are so far on that white blue scale where it's blending into our decks, which is kind of not cool.
So far though, I am liking Dragon type 2 and number 5.
Here's where we get somebody who's a little way more daring with their color choices, and they're like, "Look, it's Eevee screwed a dragon from maybe Monster Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da! I approve of the choice to kind of make allude the idea that his ears are like horn-like,
Right.
but it's also to a point where you look at it though, where it's like almost okay. Somebody drew a dragon and said screw it and slapped Eevee's head and his little shortened up his little scruff around his neck and was like boom, dragon type Eevee.
It also reminds me of Cobalion a little bit. The color scheme and the horns, especially. Like I can see that with this design. Not exactly a bad choice, but I mean, if you're gonna base it off one of the swords, Terrakion has got my vote. Um, but this one's okay.
Definitely, they're a lot more brave being with a color scheme that's not as so light and fluffy, or like, oh, it's black.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me get the next one. If it loads. So far, 2 and 5 are still my
The
winners.
no, like all good things, we go and do a lightning round review. So we're like, this one, what's the grade scale you give it? Now this one's one of the most common ones I was finding. Like this guy here when I was googling.
Yeah, this one.
Got that wyvern action going on.
Yeah, almost like the color design makes me also think of Mushu from Mulan. I don't know if that's an unfair comparison, but that's what I think about when I
I
see
was
this
thinking
one.
more Rathios for Monster Hunter, the red one.
Hmm. Okay.
Is where I mean it's almost to a point where it's literally its own animal. It's not even really an evolution.
Yeah.
Like this is one of those examples we talk about where it's like almost a whole new Pokemon on its own. It's not really. It's like I like the idea. I like exactly what they're doing. Like okay, his front legs are like might be like his wings. Those are cool. I like the face still has to be that kind of furry dog kind of look, and it's like not at all.
Yeah. But again, not. I feel like this is overall. I like this design.
I like the ideas behind it. I just feel there needs to be. It's one of those they went a little too far away from keeping the evolution cutie kind of dog charm a little too far.
Yeah, that's the problem I'm having with it is that it's just a little
It's his
too
face.
cute.
It's like its face is what goes. Okay, that is nowhere. I can't consider that an evolution.
Mhm.
But yeah, its color choices though are right on for a dragon type though.
All right, let's see. Our last one for the night as far as dragon types go.
And it's to the late night review of which ones were our favorite, huh?
Hmm.
Now here's where somebody was very bold, and it's almost to a point where I'm like, delete the back legs, and I would be kind of okay with it. Like do with like some of the ghost ones did, where it's like the idea is it's there but not necessarily needed.
Yeah, I feel like they needed to do more with the front and back legs. Like I get a pre-juvenile Falcor kind of look to this. Like I honestly feel like
It
this could
makes me
be
think. Go ahead.
Reshiram in a way, like a pre-Reshiram kind of form.
And real quick, we got VGM Ocelio in the Pokebox. Welcome, welcome. This one, I'm gonna have to say, I just don't like it. It gives me that My Little Pony friendship is magic vibe.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then it's like somebody literally sat there and just doodled in a book and was like, in class or someone's like, "Hey, I'll post this online."
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little eh.
All right. Yep. That's the
Yeah.
thing I noticed is like everyone thinks that their dragon needs to be a white or a blue.
Mhm.
And it's like I'm sorry, dragons I don't see all white dragons. I'm sorry. There's like a variety there. And we've got ghouls, monsters, and Castlevania are us in the Pokebox.
Welcome, welcome.
So do we lightning round now? Which were the ones we liked the most?
I'm gonna try.
Or do we
So,
just say pretty much? I think it was obvious we liked what was it 2 and 5.
yeah, I'm gonna say if we go back and look at the ones that we kind of liked, I'm gonna say two, which started us off with the semi demon kind of look, that borderlines Drudigon.
Yeah, it's got that kind of. Somebody said kind of also feels a little Egyptian-y, which is always appealing.
Yeah, can't go
My
wrong
only
with
thing I would
Egyptian.
say is maybe the little diamond pyramid running along its back down its tail. Maybe change those more like kind of a semi cutesy Godzilla like fin kind of design. Maybe
Mhm.
if you're gonna if you're hard up to set that, keep the little thing from its tip of its head down its back and all that.
Right.
This one I could see maybe darkening instead of having this grayish white, darkening it more towards the black side.
Yeah.
Definitely. And
Cause
like obviously there's like some sort of like third eye suggestion between the horns there. Maybe have that be a false color look to match his eyes, which would give it more of that menacing demonic dragon kind of feel.
mhm. Yeah, if they change the color scheme on this one a bit more, I would welcome this, but even if they didn't, this is an okay design. Um they it's just a little too cutesy, but it works. And then of course number 7.
If you're gonna give it wings, give it wings. That's exactly how I would want it to look.
Yeah, separate wings, not wing arm kind of things like this one seems to have.
I mean, I like the idea. The component ideas here is one of those things. Like I said, it went too far, like in the head. I like the ears. I like the horns. It's just the face needs to look more like an Eevee or an Eeveelution, an Eon face to at least help me see it. Otherwise, I'm just seeing a Pokemon version of Rathlios from Monster Hunter.
So those are what Josh has found for the dragon types. So let's move on. Before we wrap up with the last segment, let's jump into the fighting types. I am
Oh,
stoked about
one
these.
a weird bag.
I am
Like
stoked.
there was one I kept finding like these crude duelings. Like everyone was like, "It's just Eevee with boxing gloves." I'm like, "Yeah, that's really not gonna fill out our segment there."
Well,
I'm sorry, VGM. It is all about Umbreon in this country until we get a Ghost Evolution.
well, if we're gonna go original trio evolutions, Vaporeon's got my heart. Sorry.
Ditto. First evolution I got was Vaporeon,
Yep.
which was freaking hilarious because the two other people in school that were playing it when I was, we were playing obviously not we weren't always together playing the game. One grabbed Jolteon, and the other grabbed Flareon. So it was like, well, damn that was coincidental, but it works out, I guess, for the decks. Hold on, let's cycle them back so everyone gets their original one back and we get data. And then here we have this derpy ass looking fighting type.
I'm not impressed with this one. This looks like all they did was static electricity to cat and maybe put like wrist wraps on it. which is cool because y'all know I rock wristbands, but yeah, I don't get fighting type from this. I don't.
Looks like they were drawing something else, and they're like they couldn't get what they were trying to draw from like a monster from like an anime, or maybe like I almost want to say like a Lunar or maybe El Hazar kind of, maybe a Studio Ghibli kind of little monster companion. And then they were like, couldn't do it, so they said, fuck it, let's just claim whatever we can claim it to be and move on.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely. See, well, I feel Wolfpack is being generous with giving it a 2. I'm like, maybe a 0.5, maybe a 1.
Yeah, I would probably give this a 1 if I can't rank it a 0. It's too plain. Doesn't scream fighting type to me at all. If anything, it screams like.
It's got a tail wrap, a neck wrap. It's got some wraps around its forelegs. It's ready to go. It probably knows a lot of double kick moves.
Hmm.
The zombie's like, yay, high kick, and it missed.
It
And
missed.
hurt itself.
In
Hurt
confusion.
itself.
Yep. High jump kick, percentage landing. Yeah. Uh,
And we got the kickboxer evolution here.
again, I feel like these
You
are
want to talk
really
about Bambi looking? That's Bambi looking right there. He's got the protective headgear and everything. He's ready to go.
I feel like if this one was a real thing, this one would kind of be called like Eevee Sport because of the headgear. And yes, he does have little leg wraps and um possibly little shoes or boxing gloves for his paws, but again, I'm not feeling this one. It's not that inspiring at all.
He's got hair on his chest.
I mean, I guess generically speaking, he looks fighting type, but only because he's got the gear on.
Like I said, look, it's Bambi ready to go fight in a Pokemon game. Yeah, I mean the art
Yeah,
style definitely shows effort. I'll give him that.
yeah, I will for the accessories, but not in the overall design. And what the hell is this?
This has
Okay,
got that drunken master vibe going for it.
yeah, I'm getting some kind of like
Definitely some sort of Eastern,
female
Middle East.
Wukong
Yeah,
kind of design. I wish they showed like the front more because all I
well, the
see it,
body would be nice.
yeah, like this I just see like the hair looks cool. I dig that.
It gives
That's
it that illusion that it's got like a robe or something on that's concealing something.
yeah. And but that's also part of the problem. Like, does it have like a fur pattern that looks like a kung fu gi or what? Or is it just in a cape or a wrap of some kind? Yeah, it very much looks
Yeah,
like a kitsune in a robe. It's so weird. But I dig the hair at least and the two
I
tail
mean,
action, but yeah.
this one though somebody did put some thought into it. I'm gonna give it to him for that one.
Mhm.
This one somebody thought out and then just kind of like the priests do were like fighting type. Okay, okay, okay. Well, what's stuff that people use when they're fighting?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Wolfpack. It does look like something from a different franchise. It's a weird like I don't know.
Fighting's the hard one apparently because we have not seen anything amazing yet.
I know and I'm disappointed.
We have Nintendo Power in the Pokebox. I mean, I respect the person's the effort they put into this. This is somebody who loved their idea.
Yeah.
Now this is a straight scrapper right here. This is someone I could
Yeah.
believe comes off of freaking Eevee. Like he's feral, he's street smart kind of thing.
Yeah. I got to give this one credit. This one does look kind of scrappy like this is like if an Eevee had rabies or was going that direction.
Like I said, this is like that feral, scrappy survivor evolution I could get behind.
Oh, I see.
So it's formerly Vincenzo V.
My cousin
Is
Vinny.
Nintendo Power. Is Nintendo Power.
Digging the
Well,
name
hey, well,
change. Awesome. Yeah, this one definitely has attitude. I would give this one a 7 out of 10. So far this is my home runner. I would
well,
rock
out
this
of
one.
all of the ones we've seen so far, yeah, this is definitely okay. Yeah, that's an Eevee evolution.
Mhm.
The one before it, I could see it, but I'd want to see more of its body than just it in a sitting position and it's like ready to rumble kind of vibe.
I love that movie Wolfpack. I could quote it myself. That's just what I call Vinny, my cousin Vinny. What is a Ute? This one, if they gave him like I'll go totally 80s on this one. If they gave him like spiked bands and a collar, sold.
Oh, he's a punk. He's that punk kid from Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, you knew exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I'd do. I would have that design added or modified with Spike gear because we all know Spike.
Suddenly carrying around a boombox for no reason. He's like, hold on, gotta rewind my tape before we fight.
Hey, I mean, if he's got a ghetto blaster, more power to him because I can't even find one nowadays.
Oh, you totally can. It's just now they're all Bluetooth compatible and BS.
Yeah,
They just
nah,
look, they look like it.
nah. Give me the old school ghetto blasters.
Give me the one
Okay.
that hurts people.
All right. What is going on here?
What, you don't like Ryuvion?
Ryuvion.
He knows the Eevee
Oh man. I feel I'm trying to think of. Oh, it's Digimon, the blue bear. What's his name? He was in one of the
I
later sagas.
I don't think he was. No, that was a dog. It wasn't a bear. I know exactly who you're talking
Oh, he's a
about.
dog. Okay.
Yeah, he's a dog. I mean, there is a grizzly bear thing that's like darker blue and has similar color, but no. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's definitely got that husky tail. I mean, he's got little cross scars on his little thighs. I mean,
Yeah, he looks
the
like he's
ears are
been.
weird though. I don't know what the hell's up with the ears.
Mhm. He's
Like
rocking
I
the
said,
headband. I'll give him that cuz I'll rock headbands too.
then he's got that trendy cross scar in the middle of his face.
I'll put this.
Comedy. I'm sorry. This is the failed Pokemon cross Street Fighter collaboration evolution.
I don't want to be mean to this one, but I
Like
could
I said, he's comedy. There's no nice
uh,
there other than he's funny.
I'll put him in the running for 2 only because I don't have a 2 out of I don't have a top 2 yet.
He's like we've only seen one that's okay. Somebody
Yeah,
Wolfpack man, he's being hard on the fighting types though. Good lord, man. The dragon ones, he was a little. His common thing was, it's not their colors are blending into the decks, man. Not cool.
Yeah.
The fighting ones, he's like brutal.
Okay.
And here's Zombie's new. Okay, this is my 2 now.
I'm trying to. Where would I put this one?
He's a Naruto evolution. Look at him. That's what immediately I see. Is that what was it, Gara or whatever the hell his name was, the sand ninja thing that had
Oh, Gara
the big
Flap.
sand tanuki
Yeah.
thing demon or whatever the hell the tailed beasts were.
See, this one comes off as like he looks mean, but it's
He looks like he's that guy that like sits there and is like pimps out other Pokemon, maybe play some 5-card Monty.
yeah.
You never want to like not pay him his money or call him a cheat.
Mhm. Like he's the guy that you call that's the quiet dude in the corner and then when you signal him he gets up and goes kick someone's ass.
Pretty much, he's like Eevee calls his bouncer, and this is what you're gonna see.
Yeah.
It's like, where's my Poké dollars, bitch? You're like, I have the what you say. I
Right.
never know.
Like this evolution I see standing on its back legs like a bouncer, and he just kind of stands there, and then he walks over on his two legs, and then he just like wham and then lays him out. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree, Wolfpack. He's got the anger in his face, but he's like really
that
subtle.
he's got that brick ass red all over him. That's making the whole bandage thing pop, and then the way his eyes are is just really selling it. He's angry.
Mhm. See, that's kind of why I'm torn on that too, because he looks mean in the face, but the rest of him he's just kind of like, eh.
And we've got Karumi, aka Yugo, the video game Slav, and the bucks. So is this your new two? And the comedy review Vion is now been demoted.
I'm really disappointed that these fighting types are not where they could be.
Well, fighting types are hard. I'm gonna say I could totally see. Okay, you're trying to make a bipedal fighting type. That's kind of hard. You're not
Um,
bipedal quadruped. The king of the ring.
what is going on with Prince Valiant here?
I don't know, but every time I used several different search engines, and he kept being like one of the replies of what people were saying was a fighting evolution. I'm like, okay, I guess the little dainty boxing gloves and the cape and the little crown say otherwise, even though he reminds me of a Neopets, but hey.
Yeah, this is like the Pokemon that the Queen of England would have, where it just stands
No,
there and looks regal.
this is that poser one that's never fought a day in its life, but like has others do its fighting for it and thinks he's tough.
Right, like he sits there and as soon as he's ready for battle, he like raises his front paw and he signals another one to take his place.
See, I stomped his ass out all by myself. You saw nothing.
Right, and then when his selected warrior beats up the opponent, he walks over to the opponent and puts his hand down on him.
What, he's got the power of Victini, is what you're saying? No matter what,
Maybe.
he always wins. Even though he gets his ass kicked, he still wins.
Yeah, or like Shedinja.
Shedinja's ability is nice, but I feel bad for it at the same time.
I mean, it's a husk.
It has to freaking be beaten, but it can only be hit by a super effective move. It's like, damn, that's rough.
Mhm. Yes, that's a good comparison, Wolfpack. We get the popcorn knight in here to protect this guy.
I
Uh,
don't know. I see him protecting this guy. I'd see him gunning him down and Cerulean like chopping him up, and then they have to find Wiglets to like hide the body. Like, okay, we're sending him back to Sword and Shield. Nobody say anything.
and uh, it's it's a shiny Eevee wearing Zamazenta's shield plate with Diggersby ears.
Yep,
This is
and has a
a
bow for a tail.
Sylveon, so this is a complete WTF fusion. Uh, this is a
Yep,
this is a
this is a pass.
sad day for.
This is where 1 and 2 like gang up on it. It's like, come on,
Yeah,
you're at the wrong. This isn't Twilight. You were in the wrong Pokehood.
this is a sad day for fighting type Fanmon. I I'm at a loss here.
You don't want to get punched out by his fluffy fists of fury.
This one was upsetting. I'm not gonna lie. I feel so robbed.
Well, it's harder. Fighting types surprisingly do not get as much love, but a lot of it seems to be okay. They're gonna have bandages and or sparring gear, and it's like, okay, there's more. things you could try to go with for fighting themes, but okay.
Um, it's real common when they make new evolution forms for a previous Pokemon, but these are fan arts, so it's completely up to the creator what they're going to take and merge together and Frankenstein into a new form.
Yep, these are the Fakemon. These aren't actually legit Pokemon. These are fan creations.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean, we do have a segment where we actually speak about, our feelings towards legitimately fully Pokemon. We're getting there.
I yeah, I can't really say with the exception of Scrapper.
Literally, the Scrapper and then the freaking Naruto-esque looking one that
Yeah, the red
they
one.
did any there.
Yeah, let me
I mean, there might be newer stuff since we first put these together,
let me
but I would definitely say Scrapper is my favorite for
yeah,
sure. It's the most daring one to be like, you can make something look tough, say it's fighting, and you don't have to be using common shit.
yeah.
Oh, look, it has some sort of fighting gear on, no? It has
Oh.
some sort of martial art esque theme to it, no?
Mhm.
This one, like I said, maybe break up its color or maybe not choose brick red against against your
Yeah.
black and your choice for your wraps.
Scrapper or Ghetto Blaster, whichever one we want to name him. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, definitely those two are probably the best for the fighting. Fighting, like I said, was kind of hard
Yeah.
to
I
find anything.
I encourage anybody out there who does fan art to really push the envelope when it comes to fighting types because I would not be opposed to an evolution that actually was bipedal. I think that would be really sick, especially if he actually looked like he was a scrapping type of, you know, Pokemon. So, but I'd have to say the dragons win it tonight. There was just way
Oh,
more designs that were cool.
well,
Um,
I think it's more people could see a creativeness with the dragons as opposed to not really knowing how to render a cute furry little dog into a slightly bigger dog that has the suggestion it's a fighting type.
right. All right. So, as always, we are going to end the show with our usual catch or trash segment. So, everybody.
Gear up, yo! It's time to add your 2 cents here after put ours into it. Dun dun
Exactly.
dun.
So,
Sadly, we don't have a fun animated clip yet for that. Sorry,
not
we
yet.
we struggling. We're struggling, Pokemans.
But we do have some killer animations in the works, so we'll get to them eventually. So, for those of you who are new to the podcast and to this segment, we're going to show a variety of different Pokemon, and you can vote for either catch or trash, meaning you catch the normal type, catch the shiny, catch them both, or trash them both, meaning release them back into the wild because they're too ugly and not cool enough to be in your party.
Yep.
So, here we got Zangoose. Let's let him out of the ball there. So, where do we stand on this one?
I personally have a love for this one, so I would catch both of them because I really like them. You got your standard one, and then you got your super American patriotic one to next to
Right.
it.
And for those of you who play Pokemon Go, the shiny form of this guy was like a hot item for a very long time. So whenever he comes back for raids, if you're in Pokemon Go discords or whatnot, people gather to try to catch this shiny. Um, I would go with the shiny form myself because I love the blue, but I would I would honestly wouldn't mind having either one of these. So we're gonna do a double catch on that.
And we're being called smash pervs, apparently, huh? Shame. Shame. Shame on you.
I'm coming off an eye infection. He's too. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I see your point. All right, who do we have next?
That is the
Oh,
question. That is the question. Who is next? We've got Corviknight. He is from Sword and Shield, so you probably haven't seen him. Personally, I really like the normal type more than the shiny, so I'd probably catch the normal over the shiny. He does have a Gigantamax variant when they use their gimmick in the areas that you can Gigantamax,
mm-hmm.
but I've always liked the normal one over the shiny.
Yeah, the normal one definitely looks cooler. I have seen this. I have seen this Pokemon before, and I was kind of upset because I have my Hundle Yveltal or Evital, however you say it, in Go, and I call him Corvin after the crow, Eric Corvin. So to actually know there's a crow type, I was like, damn it. When is this one
Yep.
coming to Go? But
Well, let's see. He evolves off of Rookity, and he's literally a two-stage evolution. He's not like most bird types where it's like 3 to get to the final form.
honestly,
He
we'll.
took.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
He's not like he takes more after. I guess we were gonna go for like first gen bird Pokemon. He takes after the Furo camp, where it's like 2 is enough.
Honestly, there's really not much to. Yeah, Draven's what I call my other Evital. Wait, I just mixed up the names. There's Eric Draven is what I meant. Michael Corvin was the other one. So yes, I've got the two crows from the two movies.
Okay, so to answer your question, Shiny is basically a color variant
Yeah, nothing more.
that doesn't. There's like nothing super special about it other than it just randomly appeared as a slightly different, a non. Normals are like you'll see a more commonly in its color. Shiny, 1 in 100 kind of deal, which is me being generous because the numbers are actually way higher to not.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like 1,000. 1 in 1,000, you'll see one.
The only reason that you would brag about a shiny in game is because of just how rare they are to find in the wild. That's
Unless you're
honestly it.
playing freaking Arceus, then it's like, how long did it take you for it to finally pop?
Oh, I haven't had any luck, but hopefully once I complete more of the game and I get the shiny charm, yeah, I'm gonna be all over that.
You guys picking? I've done pretty good, and it's literally kind of like spending your time in the area and just kind of rotating around, killing stuff until it decides to pop a shiny.
All right, next
But
up.
Miracus, honestly, I'm more leaning towards the normal than shiny, but I'd catch both of them. But I prefer the normal color over the shiny. Nice.
If I have to pick, I would probably go with the shiny more because that one actually reminds me of a cacti with the actual like fruit blossoms on it, which you don't see that often. At least, and it's weird for me to say that because I'm in Arizona where cacti is abundant, but very
Or cacti
rarely.
can literally fall and kill you.
Yes, they can. It's not a lie. Um, but we tend to see more desert and wild cactus. Very few of them actually bloom the fruit blossoms, which are edible and are really good if you know how to prep them. So I would lean towards the shiny, but I would not be opposed to the normal form either.
Sadly, though, they're not that great of
No.
a though. they got this neat look, and then they kind of got gypped.
Right.
They're another one of those. If they give them a variant in the new game, I would not mind because it's like they're only have one forum club.
All right.
Minitrick.
Manectric.
I really don't care for the Pokemon, but if I encounter the shiny, I'm gonna get the shiny.
They're sold on the shiny.
Well, it's just because it's got that black and yellow that just looks really sleek.
I would agree. I use Manectric in Go. Sometimes I've got my Hundo Manectric, and when I Mega Evolve him, he looks cooler, but he also looks weird too because he looks more like a lightning bolt. I
Yeah, that was done on purpose.
Yeah.
They literally purposely did that.
Um, I'm just not a fan of the headgear. He looks like a cone head.
Like, I always called him a baboon. I'm sorry. I thought he was a fucking baboon for the longest time. Someone's like, no, he's supposed to be like a dog. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, because that makes sense that his previous form looked more like a dino type Pokemon, which I was like really stoked on. Like, oh, we might get a Triceratops. Nope.
Yeah.
We got a baboon monkey looking thing.
Which is interesting because I love how they're actually adding more dinosaur type Pokemon, even though they're like rock and ground types. It's like, I
Well,
guess that fossil revive machine is really doing its work.
there was actually a couple gens we did not get a new fossil Pokemon. But yeah,
So,
it's generally, unfortunately, they always have like a rock subtype, which kind of sucks.
but yeah, I think I would go with the shiny, but I couldn't go wrong with either one, honestly, but preference to the shiny. Manectric is one of those Pokemon that has a high DPS, but he's glass. He can do a lot
Yep,
of damage pretty quickly, but hit him enough times, he's out.
he's one of those ones you want to, if you can do baton pass buffing, he can be a menace, but he's not one you're like, okay, he's got no buffs and he's just kind of sitting there. It's
And
like, how can I move fast and hopefully kill everything before it kills me?
right. And this is Mian Xiao? Mian Xiao?
Yep, Minshao, who's an evolution of Minfu.
Who is actually cool because she takes a like I'm trying to figure out what her style was again. I know her arm positions are uh, I want to say mantis style almost.
Yep.
But um unfortunately Mienfu and Mienshao, as far as Pokemon Go is concerned, they are weak additions. Might be better in
Well,
the
even
other games, but
in the games, it depends on how you. They're not like, if it's casual play, you can have a lot of fun with them. Now, if you're like trying to be super badass, everyone's using this Pokemon tournament play. No, because if I remember right, they're a pure fighting type, which like hurts them entirely. But
yeah, they are
I
pure.
do like both of them a lot. I actually went through the hell back in the day when they in their first game of sitting there and doing the Masuda method to get a shiny one.
Right.
But I do like both colors. It's just if I have a normal one and I can get a good one with decent stats and breeding moves I want, I'm happy. This one's definitely a catch.
Okay.
And I
Yeah,
think that's, yeah, we only have 5 catch or
I
trash, I think.
uh Nintendo would catch both. I think I would too. I think aesthetically it's just a cool Pokemon to have. Like you could probably
They
have
look
them.
cool.
Yeah, I would have these in my home. I don't know if I would fight with them because
Well,
you do
they're
have
big ass weasels, so I don't know, man.
you do have better options when it comes to fighting types, but because I'm a martial arts kind of guy, I would have these either one. So,
Zombie's like, oh no, I let it watch too many old Bruce Lee movies. Now it thinks everything's a fight.
I mean, wouldn't mind training with one. That's kind of the reason why I would want Hitmonlee.
Oh no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Next thing you know, we're getting calls. His Min Shadow thinks he's got to pick a fight with everybody now, and goes out at night and comes back bloody. We don't know what's going on.
Probably. I would probably be in trouble for training with mine.
Do not eat the rare candies, sir. Do not eat the rare candies.
Too late. uh, let's go ahead and bring her back. Oop, wrong screen. There we go.
On screen.
Nobody
He's
saw
just
that.
been. He's like, unknown.
Well, that was fun. I gotta say, I am disappointed in the fighting types. I am hopeful if you come across more that.
Oh, fans can let us know. It's not like we're impossible to say something.
Yeah. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful if we revisit this topic again and um, you come across any of the fighting types and we can kind of revisit them. Round 2, so to say.
Find better ones to go over, huh? Well, let's see. There's fighting, ground, and rock still. I'm sorry, I'm not doing normal. I'm
Yeah.
just not. I think that one's just lazy. That one is like, no, I'm sorry. Eevee is normal. He does not need. You don't need a stage 2 normal Eeveelution. Sorry.
Right.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
we need probably next week. Maybe we might try to cover the last ones before the game drops.
true.
Last 3, or we might just mix up prehensively. Be like, it's ground and rock, or we just pick the ones we like the most out of the two, since it's very similar, sadly, for ground and rock.
Yeah. And also, we have to revisit the kaiju inspired Pokemons as well. We didn't finish that one either.
That one's fun, but it's also one of those. I'm wondering what the next one's gonna hold for us.
Mhm. And
Oh, next
especially
game.
since we've been talking about Godzilla films lately, in
Oh
your
God,
stream.
dude. Oh
Uh,
hell yeah! I'm sorry. There's just been a lot of good ones that have been on.
mhm. And I'm eager to see what the viewers would say about first round. Definitely, some of those were debatable, but obviously some were just like, nah. There's no other. There's no other kaiju this could be inspired by. Well, technically yes, Pack Bro. Um, there are some Pokemon that were inspired by original kaiju designs. Um, and the creator of Pokemon was blatantly honest about it. You know, he took inspirations from Godzilla and Mothra and whatnot. But um, if you want to talk about kaiju-sized Pokemon, I guess you could say Gigamax, maybe?
The
Gigantamax?
Gigantum, yeah, the Gigantamax is where you get that kaiju fight feel.
Because they are like so friggin' huge. And
That was like one of the fun gimmicks that came out of that game, honestly.
no, it's canon. It's canon. The Gigantamax form is canon, and like if you look up kaiju-inspired Pokemon, you'll find a list of them. Tyranitar is one of the easiest.
Well, he's like the first one. It was like
Yeah,
blatantly obvious.
blatantly Godzilla. Um, and then there's been some ones that we've kind of debated. In one of the previous episodes, we took a look at some of them to kind of say, well, is this more Mothra or is it more Batra? Is it
Oh yeah.
more Anguirus or you know? And not even going
Yes.
into like Gamera and all his enemies, you know, which are just so ridiculous. But we did cover an episode of that, and we need to finish the later films for sure. Well,
Well,
Josh, anything
well,
anything you want to wrap the episode up with today?
Let's see. Remember, 39 days. If you want to get the 2-pack limited bundle, Target and Best Buy still have open reserves online. If you can't get to a mom and pop shop, do not buy into GameStop's pre-ordering, even if you go to the store, because apparently, from what I've been reading, they upgraded their system for that kind of program or whatever they use, and it's been screwing up.
Yeah.
Or it's like not sending enough of something that's been pre-ordered to a location, or it's not even acknowledging people have pre-ordered. And if you do decide to say screw it, I don't believe you guys, give the minimum. Do not pay in full, because they will not give you a cash or debit charge refund. They will only give you store credit with them. So they lock your money in,
Yeah.
which is that's not cool.
And at least with other locations like Target and Best Buy, if there is a problem, they will actually give you a refund in money, not credit. And if you weren't here for my rant earlier, GameStop ordered or messed up one of my Pokemon card orders, so I have, at least for now, boycotted ordering online from them. That's another thing too. I gotta figure out if I want to do an unboxing video, or if I want to do like shorts, or do I do a live stream of an unboxing? I gotta figure that
I'll
out.
live stream this part real quick. Then we're gonna pop it in, and hopefully my partners in crime that are playing this game have got their copies, and we can roll.
Yeah, I gotta get my reservation down here at Best Buy soon. Now that I actually got paid.
Got to make that pay, man. Let me
That's
tell you.
right. So, if you're still looking to get a reservation for the double pack, I would highly suggest Best Buy and Target, especially if you have a Target card, because that will bring the price down just a little bit. So,
you pay immediately, then turn around and pay off your charge card, because their interest sucks.
yeah. And
like what? Let's see. I don't. What was Target? We figured out what Target was offering, and I don't remember what they were offering. Do you?
I think it's just the Pokeball
Whatever
bundle. Yeah.
Whatever comes with the game.
Yeah.
For pre-ordering code.
It just was that it was available, and it's cheap. It's one of the cheaper reservations, so.
Well, that's the average going price. Is 120.
Plus, if you've got the red debit card or the red card itself, you can get a discount, obviously. So, highly recommend Target, but I'm going with Best Buy to get this additional bundle. Hopefully, it's actually worth it.
Well, God, who was it? There was somebody that we saw, and their big thing was like some weird fashion item. I think it was the Pokemon Company.
Yeah,
right?
They're giving away like a backpack or something. In-game backpack.
Weird object that was like not all that impressive.
Yeah. So. Oh, you think I should do a live stream? Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
It'd be fun. Could be part of the Artcast. Who knows?
Yep, exactly.
We could do if there's enough interest. We could do a special. We could break to the tradition of every other Monday stream, right?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, due to recent events, we may. I'll have to talk to Josh about this, but we may actually Artcast. So, want to keep some things in mind when it comes to my own live streaming, let alone the Artcast and of course the Retroactive Trio podcast that I do with BFG and Retro Ryan. So, and then also we definitely do not want to overlap with our bros at Retro Roots, Mike, Nick, and Mr. Matthews, Rob. Definitely do a great podcast every other Monday as well, so be sure to check them out. You guys get a free plug on us.
Of course. Gotta plug those people. Gotta help them out.
Mm-hmm. But that is all for tonight's episode. I want to thank you all for joining us. It was really fun, even though I'm still sadly wounded by the fighting Eeveelutions. I'm hoping we can underdog and come back for the win next time.
I'm sorry, but I will bust up, and if I find out the rumor of getting a new Eeveelution, they're like, we went with Revion, and I'm gonna be like, and zombie died inside.
Yeah, give me a fighting type evolution that looks like Rocky Balboa or,
Oh God,
Apollo Creed, you know. I want an
they're
Eevee
like,
I want an Eevee that walks up to its opponent and says, "I must break you," and then like slams its fist into it.
its tail is just a giant fist.
There you go. Hey, that's the Chuck Norris evolution.
You have been violated. It's like, what? I'm sorry, V. No, what did you say?
All right. Well,
And we had Dad Little Podcast in the lurking about apparently up in the Pokebox.
yes, freed from the Pokebox. I don't know how he and our boy Aldiner got blocked, but I resolved that, so I'm glad he was able to come back. Um, I am really sorry about that. I don't know who blocked you, but I rectified that mistake, so.
Don't look at me. I don't block people unless they actually need to be blocked.
Yeah, I haven't either. I haven't had to block anybody for a long time, so. But yeah, tonight's episode was really fun. Glad to be back as always with Josh, my awesome supernatural bro and co-host. And for those of you who are still interested in that Zombasaur plush, be sure to check out Amazon because that is where they are currently being sold.
At the lovely price of $26.50, but there is a click on me 5% off coupon.
Yep, that's what I was able to do. And then, of course, get your reservations in. We have 39 days to go before Scarlet and Violet drop.
Yep.
So.
And also remember, if you do pre-order certain places, I will say this: make sure to remember if whatever you charge, if you use your debit card or whatever, and you're living paycheck to paycheck, whatever your deal is. Make sure to at least 2 to 3 days before the actual street date, you have the money there.
Yep.
Otherwise, they'll sit there and go, "We couldn't bill you. We could," because they only have to do it 2 or 3 times, and then they can just drop you and sell that shit to somebody else.
The only reason I was considering GameStop is because of the fact they had that PayPal installment thing that has never wronged me in any way, but GameStop's ordering system has, so.
Oh God. A lot of places are starting to offer that. Even Amazon on certain items is offering that you can do a payment plan installment on certain items.
Mm-hmm. That's how I get my G Fuel supply too. Like, speaking of which, we do have a new Battletoads inspired flavor. So, I'm working on some G Fuel kind of shorts and promos. I might do full blown product reviews. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, they do that as well on certain orders. So I'm glad that more places are offering that. It makes it a hell of a lot easier.
Hold on. G Fuel. We will be easily pluggable for you. Send Zombie a fridge already.
Yes.
We're not asking you to send us products or a special code. Just send him one of those little mini fridges, and we will plug you constantly.
Yes.
Until you feel that the debt is paid. Me, I can't, due to medical reasons, I can't do energy drinks anymore, so just send the man a freaking mini fridge. It doesn't even have to be in a good condition. It could be one of those ones that got scuffed and returned.
Yeah, no kidding. If it's for free, I'll take it. Shoot. That recent...
We'll sell out. Artcast, brought to you by sold their souls for a G Fuel fridge.
Hey, I'm always up for the idea if I get a zombie JLT G Fuel flavor. Between my supernatural forms, I wouldn't mind it being like a double flavor thing too. Like one half of the container is zombie fuel, and then the other half of the container is wolf fuel. That'd be cool.
Let's put this out there. He's willing to split the difference, and you can try a coffee flavor with him. Because one you're gonna be super jived, and then the next you're gonna be like, "Why did I drink that?"
I've seen the Fallout one, Vince. Yeah, that one does look cool. Definitely. All right, everybody. That about wraps it up for tonight. So, on behalf of me, Zommu.
And then me, Josh Shadow.
Want to
We'll
thank
go back
y'all.
to not down Pikachu.
Yes, I don't know how many times we've plugged that scene, but please check it out. Marshadow like lays waste to Ash's entire army. He is such a badass. And
Look, we have to hotwire another truck because we crashed that one in Cinnabar, okay? Now let's roll out.
right. All right, everybody. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all have a good night, and we'll catch you all on the next Pokemon Artcast.
Do, do, do.